Hello, my dear students. How are you today? Today, our lesson is about simple present tense. First, what is simple present tense? We are going to identify the correct simple present tense. Then, we are going to use them in a sentences. And at the end, we are going to write and share things you love to do with your family. And, of course, using the present tense. Now let's make a quick revision for the pronouns. We said that we have singular pronouns and plural pronouns. For singular pronouns, we said we add an s. Okay, what is the singular pronouns? Singular pronouns are she, he, it. We use she for girl, he for boy, and it for an animal. We can replace a noun with a singular pronoun like she, he, and it. When we use singular pronoun or when we have a singular noun, we should add an s to the action verb. Okay, while when we have a plural pronouns in the sentence like they, we, I, and you, we don't add an s to the action verb. So they, we, I, and you are plural nouns and we don't add an s to the action verb when we see plural nouns or when we see plural nouns or plural pronouns. We don't add an s to the action verb only for singular pronouns and singular nouns. Now, when do we use this tense? We use the present tense to tell what is happening now, what I'm doing now. So we use the present tense to tell what is happening now. Also to express habitual actions. For example, I always go to school by bus. I always, when I use the word always, it tells me or it is express about habitual actions. Or it tells facts. Whenever I want to tell facts, I use the simple present tense like the sun rises from the east. The sun rises from the east. Now let's have a look for the time expression that we should use them when we are going to write simple present tense. The time expression we found it in the sentence are like today, now, this week, this month, at that moment, always, usually, sometimes, frequently, never, nowadays, in the morning, at afternoon, every year, rarely, each year, right now, often, in July, on Monday. These we call them time expressions. Whenever I see these time expressions in the sentence, so we should use the simple present tense because it tells something that is happening today or now at that moment or sometimes, usually, or always. Now, what are the rules for the simple present tense? If the verb ends with sh, ch, s, x, or z, we add an es for the tense. Like nouns, we said that nouns that end with sh, ch, s, x, or z, we add for them an es. The verbs are the same. To talk about simple present tense, if we have a verb that ends with ch, sh, s, x, or z, we add for it an es. If the verb ends with a consonant plus y, we change the y into I, then we add an es. Like cry, it ends with y. We cross the Y and change it into IES if we are going to use cry in a sentence using the simple present tense. If the verb ends with vowel plus Y, if the verb ends with vowel plus Y, what do we add? We add only an S. Like stay, it ends with vowel then Y, we add only S. The rules are the same like the nouns, but the difference now we are talking about verbs, and which verb? Present tense. We call it present tense. Let's have a look at examples for the verb. For example, we have eat. Eat is in the base form eat. It ends with the letter T. I didn't say the letter T in the rule. Eat. So I want to change it into the simple present tense. Eat. What should I add to eat? I should add an S. He or she or it eats. Eat. We add an S if we use it with a singular noun. Eat. I add for it an S. Eats. Sleep. Sleeps. Also, whenever I use it with a singular noun, I should add to the verb an S. Sleeps. Sleep, sleeps. So for the present tense, either we add S, OES, or IES. Eat, sleep, sleeps. Make, makes. I add only S. Kiss, it ends with double S. It ends with double S. So the word that ends with, or the verbs that ends with double S, what should we add for them? We should add ES. Kiss, kisses. We add an ES. Imitate, imitate. This is a verb. Imitate. What should we add for imitate? We add only an S. Imitates. Now let's look at these words. Hitch and watch. Hitch and watch, both of them they end with ch. Because they end with ch, what should I add for the verb? I should add an es. Hitches, watches. So I add an es. Now this is be. Be is a linking verb. Be, it becomes either am or is or are. Am, is, or are. Okay, when I use am, I use it with I. I am. I say I am. He is, or they are. I always, who takes am? I takes am. I am. He or she takes is. He is or she is. And they take are. We are. They are. You are. Stay. Stay, what do I add for stay? It ends with Y, but before the letter Y, what do we have? We have the vowel A. Because I have a vowel A before the Y, I should add only an S. Stays, stay, stays. Now, die, I add also an S. It becomes dies. Do, it ends with O. Because it ends with O, what should I add? I add an ES. Do, does. Do, does. Cross, cross. It ends with a double S. Cross. What do I add? Crosses. ES. Because it ends with a double S. Try, it ends with Y. Okay, what do I have before the letter Y? I have a consonant letter R. Because I have a consonant letter which is R, I should cross the Y, then add IES, tries. Now, fix, fix, it ends with the letter X. Because it ends with the letter X, I add an ES, fixes. Let's do some exercise and to change it into present tense. For example, we have he drink. First, we look at the subject, then we look at the verb. What do we have? If we have a singular subject, singular noun or singular pronoun, what do we add for the verb? I add either S or ES or IES if I want to change it into present tense. Okay, here we have he. We said he takes S. He drink, it becomes drinks. He drinks. Walk. Okay, this is the action verb walk. But before the action verb walk, I have I. We say I walk or I walks. No, I walk because I don't take an S. You fix or you fixes? You fix. Why we don't add an es to fix? Because we have you at the beginning. You don't take an s. They agree. Agree is the action verb. What do I have before agree? I have the pronoun they, the plural pronoun they. So we don't add an s for the action verb agree. Sarah makes. What is the action verb in this sentence? Makes is the action verb. Let's look before the action verb. What do we have? Sarah. Sarah is a singular noun. One girl. Because it is a singular noun, what did I add for the word makes? I add an es because it ends with the letter x. Mixes. I add es. Lama carry, lama carry. I have this. I carry ends with the letter Y. What before the letter Y we have a consonant letter. So what do? I cross the letter Y. Then I add IES. Lama carries because we have Y and before the Y we have a consonant letter. So I cross the letter Y and add IES. Ahmad play. Ahmad also is a singular noun. One person. We say Ahmad plays. Rana push. Rana is a singular noun. One person. Push it ends with sh because the action verb ends with sh. What should I add? I add es. Pushes. Now it's time for activities. Let's look at the first activity. This is Gobi's morning routine. I get up at 6 o'clock. I take a bath first of all. Then I take a cup of tea and some biscuits. I study my lessons. I eat my meal and brush my teeth. I polish my shoes, I wear my uniform and comb my hair. I carry my lunch and leave for school. So this is Gabby's morning. He is talking about himself. When I want to talk about myself, I use the pronoun I. And as you look, he is telling in the simple present tense. When we use I, because I use I to talk about myself, I didn't add an S to the action verbs. Now it's your turn to tell Gobi's morning routine in your own words. For example, you will start Gobi gets up at 6 o'clock. He and you are going to continue. So you are going to change the I pronoun into he, and when we change the pronoun into he, there are some changes will happen to the action verb because when we add he, we add an s to the action verb, or es or ies. Now, let's look at the. This is Gabi's morning routine. Gabi gets up at 6 o'clock. He takes. We add an s to the action verb take a bath first of all. Then he takes a cup of tea and some biscuits. He studies. We change the study into IES because we have the pronoun he and we have y. We cross the y and we add IES. He eats his meal and brushes. Brush, it ends with CH. So what do we add? ES. His teeth. His, his teeth. He polishes his shoes. He wears his uniform and combs his hair. He carries his lunch and leaves for school. So as you look at the action verb, we change it into simple present tense. We add an s if we have a singular pronoun or singular noun like Gabi and singular pronoun like he. For action verbs that ends with y, we add ies. For action verbs that ends with ch, we add or sh, we add es. For action verbs they ends with y, we cross the y and we add ies. Now your time, okay. Now it is your turn to circle the time expression, then change into present tense. We are going to read the sentence carefully. We are going to look at the time expressions. We said time expression like always, usually, at morning, every morning, each day, nowadays. This time expression tells me that the action is happening now. It's happening in the present tense. First example, I eat breakfast every morning. The action verb is eat. I want to change it into present tense, but be careful to look at the subject, if it's singular or plural. Now, where is the time expression in this sentence? I eat breakfast every morning. Every morning, we call it a time expression, so we circle every morning. Every morning I eat breakfast. For how I could change the action verb eat. Do I add an s or no s? Right, no s because we have the pronoun I. Abir, speak English every day. Where is the action? Where is the time expression in this sentence? The time expression is every day. So every day is the time expression, and we are going to change now the action verb speak. We look at the subject of the sentence. Abir. Abir is a singular noun. So what should I do? Abir speaks. We add an S. We sleep early every night. Where is the time expression in the sentence? The time expression is every night. Okay, now let's look at the subject of the sentence. With the subject of the sentence is we. For we have we is a plural pronoun. So what should I do? I keep the action verb as it is. We sleep early every night. Number 4. He drink milk for lunch. Where is the time expression? Lunch. So now let's look at the subject pronoun. We have the subject pronoun he. For he, what should I do? Drinks. Right, drinks, we add an S. Sometimes I imagine I can fly. Sometimes I imagine I can fly. Where is the action? Where is the time expression in this sentence? The time expression is sometimes. Now let's change the action verb imagine into present tense. Let's look at the subject pronoun. Here we have the subject pronoun I. For the subject pronoun I, we don't add an S. So imagine Muna study for 2 hours every night. Muna is the subject of the sentence and it is singular noun. Where is the time expression? The time expression is 2 hours every night. Every night is the time expression. So now we are going to change the study into present tense. Let's look carefully. Before the Y we have a consonant letter. So what do I do for the Y? I cross the Y and add IES. Sally usually finish her homework alone. Where is the time expression is in this sentence? The time expression is usually. What should I do for the action verb finish? We have a singular noun here, Sally, so I should add an es to the action verb finishes. Sally finishes her homework alone. Now, every morning the sun shines in my bedroom. Every morning the sun shines in my bedroom. Where is the action verb shine? Let's look at the time expression. Where is the time expression? Every morning. The sun shines in my bedroom. Ali take the bus to school every day. Where is the action verb in this sentence? Take. And where is the time expression? Every day. Now we have a singular noun. Ali is a singular noun, one person. So what should we do for the action verb take? We should add only an s. Takes. Ali takes. We usually watch cartoons in the morning. Where is the time expression in this sentence? Usually. And now watch, we are going to change it into present, but we should look to the at the subject. We have we in the subject. We is a plural pronoun, and we said for plural pronouns we don't add an s, so we keep it as it is. Watch. Teachers ask us a lot of questions in class every day. So where is the time expression in this sentence? Every day is the time clue or the time expression in this sentence. Teachers ask, because we have a plural noun. So what should we do? Ask remains as it is. Teachers ask us. I travel to Italy every summer. Where is the time expression? Every summer. Every summer is the time expression. So what should I do for travel? Now let's look at the pronoun. We have a singular pronoun I. So for this I keep it the same, travel. He be 6 years old. We said be either is, am, or are in the present. Is, am, is, are. Type. For I, it took am. I takes am. He takes is. She takes is. It takes is. They, we, you. We add for them the linking verb are. Now be. Be. Before be we have he. So what should we add? Is. He is 6 years old.